Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are all fit and fine. This is Dibyendu Chatterjee and you are watching my channel Study with Dibyendu. Today we will discuss about the Great Northern Plains. So let's begin with this topic. Here I have drawn the picture of the Great Northern Plains. Here it is the actual location of the Great Northern Plains. It extends from here to here. I mean to say it extends from the Indus River in the west to the Brahmaputra River in the east. The total area of this Great Northern Plain is 7.8 lakh square kilometer and the east-west extension is 3,200 kilometer. The actual location of this Great Northern Plain is just in the south of the Sivalik, I mean the Himalayas, and just in the north of the Peninsular Plateau. Here it is Peninsular Plateau and here it is the Himalayas. So it is situated just between the Himalayas and the Peninsular Plateau. And one more thing is that when you go to the west from the east, the width of this plain is increasing. And when we go to the north from the south, the depth of the alluvial is also increasing. Now we will come to the classification of this northern plain. It is classified into two divisions. One is mesoregion, and the other one is physiographic division. Physiographic division. Under the mesoregion, we can divide this plain into three sections. The first one is western region, the second one is central region, and the third one is eastern region. So now we will discuss about the western region. Western region, it extends from Indus River in the west to the Jamuna River. Now we have to know one more thing is that I have forgot to tell you the formation of the Great Northern Plain. The three major rivers and their tributaries. The three major rivers, the Indus, the Ganga and the Brahmaputra and their tributaries, brought the sediments and decomposed those sediments in this region, and that is why it has been made. Now we will see the actual location of these three rivers. Here it is Indus River, here it is Indus, here it is Brahmaputra River, the river Brahmaputra, and this is the Ganga River. These three major rivers and their tributaries brought the sediments and decomposed those sediments in this region, and that is why this fertile plain has been made. Whatever it is. Now we will come to the western region. Now I am showing the actual location of Jamuna River. Here it is, the river Jamuna. And the western region is situated between Indus River and the Jamuna River. This is Ganga and this is Jamuna River. So the western region is located here in this region. This is Tista River. The central region is situated in between Jamuna river and the Tista river, and the eastern region is situated in between Tista river and the Brahmaputra river. Now we will elaborate western region. We will discuss elaborately about the western region. We can divide this western region into two sections. One is Punjab plain and the other one is Rajasthan plain. Here it is. Here it is Punjab plain and this is Rajasthan plain. Punjab plain, we can see Punjab plain in the state of Punjab, Haryana, and we can see it also in Pakistan also. But we will not discuss about that part because it is out of our country. So we will discuss about only here in this region. This is Punjab plain, and the area of the Punjab plain is 56,000 and sorry, I am telling you wrong. 95,714 square kilometer. This is the area of Punjab plain, and we can see Punjab plain in the state of Punjab and Haryana. It is also called the land of five rivers, the Indus and their tributaries. Now we come to the Rajasthan plain. We can see this plain in North Gujarat, Rajasthan, I mean to say eastern Rajasthan and the western MPs. And the area of this plain is 2.69 lakh square kilometer, out of which 1.96 lakh square kilometer are in India. Okay, so we have completed the western region. Now we will come to the central region. Central region of this plain has been made by the Ganga river and its tributaries. We can divide this plain into three sections. One is upper Ganga region, middle Ganga region and lower Ganga region. Upper Ganga region, it extends from Gamuk to Haridwar. It is 1.49 lakh square kilometer. The middle Ganga region is from Haridwar to Rajmahal, Bihar. It is 1.44 lakh square kilometer, and lower Ganga region, it is totally in West Bengal, and the area of lower Ganga region is 56,500 square kilometer. It is in West Bengal. And eastern region, we can see it in from here to here. It is also called the Assam plain, and its area is also 56,500 square kilometer. So we have completed this part. Now we are coming to this part only. Physiographic division. Under this physiographic division, we can divide this plain into five regions. One is Bhabar, B-H-A-B-A-R, Bhabar. The second one is Terai. Third one is Bhangar. Fourth one is Khadar. And the fifth one is Delta plain. These are the five regions under physiographic division. Now we will tell about Bhagar. So, to show you the actual location of Bhagar, I have to clean these things. I am just cleaning away. Now I can show you this. Bhagar. Bhagar is just situated below Dasi Valley. It is the land which is totally made up of pebbles. I mean to say stones. That is why the porosity of this region is very high. The tiny or the small streams disappear here, and the big streams like the big rivers or the numerous rivers flows as it is. This region is called Bhagar. This region is called Bhagar, and it is totally made up of pebbles. That is why the stream or the small rivers disappear here. Just in the south of the Bhagar, we can see Terai. Just south of the Bhagar. Just in the south of the Bhagar, here it is, the Terai. It is a marshy land because the rivers which had disappeared in Bhagar will re-emerge here. That is why it is marshy land, and we can see dense forest here over this Terai region. So we have completed Bhagar and Terai. Now we are coming to the next point, Bhangar. To show you Bhangar, the position of the Bhangar, I have to divide this region into two sections. Both sides of the Ganga. This is the river Ganga, I have told you before, and the both sides of the Ganga, I have to divide it into two sections. Okay, like this. So this is Khadar near to Ganga, and this is Bhagar, far away. Bhangar, far away from the river Ganga. This is Khadar. It is near to Ganga. It is the most fertile region because the alluvial soils or the sediments are decomposing by the river Ganga and its tributaries each and every year. That is why it is very fertile region. Okay, the alluvial soils are being decomposed here over this region, and this is Bhangar. The soil color of the Bhangar is deep brown color. Okay, so this is Bhangar and this is Khadar. Here it is Khadar, and just north of the Khadar we can see Bhangar. This region is called Terai, and this is called Bhagar. Okay, so I have completed Bhangar and Khadar. Now we will come to the delta region. Delta region, the river Ganga and the river Brahmaputra and their distributaries has made this delta plain. It is here. Here in this region we can see the delta region. The river Ganga and its distributaries has made this region. 1/3 of the delta region we can see in West Bengal. Okay, and it is also called the Sundarban Delta because this is the world's biggest delta, Ganga Brahmaputra Delta. So we have completed the Great Northern Plains. This is very important for each and every upcoming examination. So we have completed it. Thank you.